Hi Sagittarius, this is going to be your love and life message for October 11th through 14th, so moving into the middle of October 2022. It's good for Sun, Rising, Moon, Venus, or Mercury placement of Sagittarius, or anywhere where you feel like Sag is significant in your chart. Keep in mind things could be opposite and roles could be reversed. It is general though, okay? If you want to book a private one-on-one reading with me that isn't general but is personal and just for you, the link to my website to schedule that is down in the description below this video. If you're new, this is Soma Chandra Libra. I created this channel just for Libra and Sagittarius. I read for you here every couple of days. I also read for you along with all the other zodiac signs on my other main channel called Soma Chandra Tarot. So subscribe to both and hit the bell so you know when I read for your sign. All right, let's begin. Sagittarius, this reading is amazing. It's really, really powerful. I think a lot of you are having I think that you guys are finally like transmuting a knowledge and turning it into a wisdom. It's serving justice for you. I see like cycles of karma that were meant to teach you important lessons, like you're finally getting it. Someone's finally getting it here. Yeah, and it's powerful and it's important. You are going to move towards new beginnings now. What came out of my first oracle deck is darkness, the long night moon, but then fruition. New beginnings is at the bottom of the deck, or beginnings. I do see that through a darkness and through almost a void here where there's been a lack of clarity, I get the sense that some of you maybe held on to a person or an idea for a really long time. Now you have no idea what's going on with that person anymore, or you're finally letting something go. Darkness can bring good things. You know, to all things there is a season. Something is finally like coming to life in your mind. There is something coming through to fruition for a new beginning. There is some fear surrounding it, but I still see you moving forward. I wanted to use the Untold Truth of the Heart Oracle deck. Typically, I use that to show me what's going on between you and another person, but your guides told me to use it just for the overall energy of the reading. Epiphany, realizations, understanding, awakenings, shallow and clashing, superficiality, boredom, blank, and clashing, differences, incompatibility, and conflict. I have depth at the bottom of the deck. Here's infatuation. I knew it. Yep, I didn't even see it, but clinging. You clung to it for a while. Okay. I think that there was an infatuation and a clinging between yourself and another person. You're getting to a place of depth and awareness. There was an importance to this cycle. There was a complexity to it that you are now becoming aware of. I know you are based on your overall personal oracle messages, but I think you are having an epiphany that a relationship that you probably thought was really fucking important was not important at all. You did not have enough in common. There was massive incompatibility and conflict and differences that could not be worked through. And it was shallow. It was superficial. It was blank. There is a realization to that. Now, someone could be having this realization about themselves and the relationship with you that they had with you. It is possible that I'm seeing a person from your past suddenly having some deep regrets, but you need to know that if that's the case, that person is now getting the lesson and your soul contract that you had with one another is being fulfilled. This is good. This may create a lightness within you that you're not even aware of, or you yourself are going through this. That's an important epiphany. Yeah, very much so. And these new beginnings are coming in for you. We're going to put these right here because that is good energy. Yes, indeed. Epiphanies that bring new beginnings. Beautiful. So the overall energy of the reading is the Devil. The way you or someone is feeling is death. So we have Capricorn, Scorpio. You're being seen as the Six of Swords, moving on and in a place of transition. What you need to know is the Wheel of Fortune, karma, cycles, fate, and destiny. And the final outcome is the Ace of Swords. That aha moment of clarity. This has not been easy. I just heard embarrassing. It's been embarrassing. It's been hard. Yeah, look at him looking back at the karma. Looking back. He's looking over his shoulder and he's looking at the Wheel of Fortune and the cycles that we play out. And the Ace of Swords is at the bottom of my third deck. Yep, you know the truth. There is a clarity. Someone is getting the truth. So I kind of want to read this as all you. But it could, again, this could be the energy of a person coming towards you. Keep that in mind. I feel like a soul contract has finally been released, and it's sending you in a place of positivity. So with the devil, you could have been, what do I always say? Poor Capricorn, their cards, the devil. Oh, they teach us something. Capricorn reminds us of something. So the devil here, clarifying this, is the Knight of Cups, the devil again, and the Ten of Swords. This is representative of a relationship fueled by obsession and desire that was very youthful, very beautiful, somewhat shallow and immature, and oh my God, so romantic, and it led to nothing but pain. Nothing but pain. But somebody could not help themselves. When we get the devil and the Knight of Cups, it's like, well, that's a bad car accident about to happen that nobody could stop because you couldn't stop or they couldn't stop. And it took them or you right to this pain, but you couldn't help yourself. This is the epiphany that you're realizing. And don't get me wrong, I love the Knight of Cups, but I really only want it. The Knight of Cups is a young water sign or an action and or an expression. This Knight of Cups can be dangerous if he isn't paired up with like the Two of Cups and the Three of Pentacles and other things. When we stay in this dreamy heart chakra place that can be very youthful, very immature, very creative and overly romanticized, it can be shallow. It leads right to this. Someone is seeing this. You're seeing it, you're feeling it. And with death here of Scorpio, someone is absolutely realizing that something is truly ending. It did not happen quickly. This has taken a while. You know, we have the Tower, which is rip the Band-Aid off kind of quick, Mars energy, or the Pluto energy of death, which is far away and subconscious and unconscious. And someone was really trampled on here. And death killed this quite some time ago, but the obsession kept you there in the ending, or this person in an ending, or in their past, in someone's past. Clarifying this is the Six of Cups, the Four of Cups, and the Hermit. This has been very hard for you or someone in your energy to get over. They lingered in the past. Even though it was toxic and insanity, they clung to the happy memories. I'm hearing revisionist history. And with the Six of Cups and the Knight of Cups, a difficulty to grow up and be mature. Hung on to you or hung on to that person for quite some time. Oh my gosh, compared everyone else to this person. The Hermit, Virgo. Now it's being processed. The lessons being learned. It's been hard to date other people. It's been hard to move on. It's been hard to get this person out of your mind, or they've struggled to get you out of their mind. But now it's being processed, truly processed. And the Hermit is all about, like, we stop scanning everyone in the environment, questioning everyone else's motivations. We go off by ourselves in the desert and start to question our own damn motivations. What am I learning from this? What did this teach me? It was fucking painful. And I was obsessed and immature. And I still cling to it. And it slowly died. Yeah. That's a tale as old as time. I've been there. Yep. And that's happening for you, or it happened for you, or it happened for that person. You are being seen, though, as the Six of Swords, moving on, somewhat begrudgingly, but you're tired of hanging out in the toxicity. You're like, I'm going to take my wisdom and my feeling of general malaise and my memories and this ending, and I'm just going to move on. Yep, I'm going to move on. Being ferried across. Clarifying this is the Five of Cups, Strength, Leo, and the Three of Wands. Okay. Now, someone could be watching you go, and they hold back, and they have deep regrets. They might be sorry. They might, if it's another person, they're sorry. They won't tell you they're sorry. They can't stay in the relationship. They can't stay connected to you. They've just got to watch you go and hold back, and they're sorry. They're bummed out, crying over spilled milk. This didn't go the way I wanted it to. You yourself, Sagittarius, may also be moving on prayerfully and with some regrets. I mean, if it was the Devil and the Ten of Swords, you probably see what you might have contributed to that. but it's given you strength of character and you're wanting to move towards the future. Sag, you can let this burden go. I also think with the 10 of Wands and the 5 of Swords, yeah, and the 8 of Wands, you couldn't face this person or they couldn't face you, and it pissed you off or it pissed them off. How dare you move on from me? How dare you keep blaming me for things? It was like just constant clashing. You and this person did have a lot of conflicting stuff. And I think you're finally realizing that, like, why was I doing this? I was just obsessed. I was just shallow. I heard I didn't even like them. I didn't even like who they were. I think you're like realizing all this now. Either that or someone is really realizing what they did. Here's what you need to know, or your advice. The Wheel of Fortune, karma, fate, destiny, the cycles we play out. Clarifying this is the High Priestess, the 7 of Swords, and the 3 of Cups. This person was always going to put you in a secretive third-party situation. Yeah, always. The High Priestess is that wild pony that can't be caught. Very alluring, very sexy. Sticking her tits in everybody's face with no clothes on. This High Priestess is a little promiscuous. A little bit more than that, and the 3 of Cups. It doesn't matter if it was a man or a woman. It was always going to be cycles of third-party situations, bringing out inappropriate sexual behavior, secrets. Yeah, it was just never, that's all it was ever going to be. Now, if you've been through a cycle in your life where you were always an option to someone, or you were always in a third-party situation, I think you're starting to recognize why and what you learned from that cycle. Either that or this person is. If it's another person, this is what they played out. I do think they're starting to become aware of it, because I like the Hermit and the 5 of Cups. That's regrets, moving on to strength of character. But the final outcome is the Ace of Swords, clarity and the truth. This is the hand of God, yo, saying, now you know the truth. Sagittarians are often fond of the Ace of Swords. You are very philosophical people. You like logic. You like reason. This is why you're very good, make good friends with Geminis and Libras. You guys understand air signs because of this, because you have quite a bit of it in you. Clarifying this is the Hangman, the Sun, and Justice. Good God. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 major arcana cards here. This is a big deal. This is big, especially with the Ace of Swords twice. Recognizing how hard it is to walk away, but it's like someone absolutely sees it for what it really is. For me, the Hangman, the lesson of the Hangman is radical acceptance. Somehow someone accidentally on purpose got themselves into this situation. All they can do is hang here and see it for what it really is and surrender. You cannot unsee what you see. You see clarity. You see clearly. You see it all. I feel like the sun just walked into your brain and flipped on all the lights in the stadium. It's like you're doing your own light work. And then Justice, seeing the consequences of the choices and understanding the truth. I feel as though a karmic cycle or pattern that was incredibly important for you, Sag, is like, I know it's been hard, but you're getting it. Like somebody here is getting the lesson, and it's good. When I get the, when I get Justice and the Ace of Swords, I'm really hoping for good cards surrounding it. And the Sun is very positive and very good. So this is like a truth and an understanding on your part. Very much so. The person in your energy, using my Soma Chandra Oracle deck, this is what you need to know about this person. Or maybe perhaps who you were in these situations. I can't let anyone get close. I'm insecure. You were not my first choice, dangling a carrot. Okay. In situations with people or a person where they constantly dangled a carrot, you were never their first choice. They were insecure. They made you insecure, and it was all out of an inability to get close. This was an emotionally unavailable person. The cycle you played out it was because you couldn't really let people get close. Not really. You might have been insecure. You were doing things with people that weren't your first choice. You dangled carrots, they dangled carrots. I really feel like for some of you, this is a projection of yourself onto the environment and the cycle you just played out as the High Priestess and the Seven of Swords and the Three of Cups. Hoping for more, but never getting it, romanticizing it through obsession. It hurt, it ended. It sucked. I feel like some of you, somebody tantrumed their way through the last year getting over something, but now they're not. Now they're getting the clarity. So I feel like if this person, if someone was this way with you, that's why it was difficult to move on from them. They always dangled this carrot, but you were never their first choice. They were just projecting their inability to get close and their insecurity onto you. It probably didn't bring out the best in you, but I see you going in such a good direction now. Overall energy of the environment is the Eight of Wands, the Two of Wands, the Seven of Cups, the Four of Swords. Okay, this person has no idea what they're doing with their life or where you probably even are right now. If you have messaged them, you haven't heard shit from them. There's a reason for that. Lots of messages. Where do I go next? What the hell is going on? Overwhelmed by choices, but I'm going to snooze. Like, that's all they were bringing to the table. They might have messaged you a lot, but they just didn't know where they were going. They didn't know where they were going, and they probably still don't. And you didn't know where you were going with them. I love your cards. I love them. Spiritual awakening, sudden realizations, again, with the epiphany, looking for fun and adventure, and smooth sailing. Feeling positive is at the bottom of the deck. You're also generous and loyal right now. So you're feeling positive. Okay, as you realize all of this, it just opens you back up to your true Sagittarian nature. Y'all are always looking for fun and adventure. Why? Because you're ruled by Jupiter. I had a parent and a grandparent that were Sagittarians. This is all they were about. I love that. I'm like, oh, that's true Sag. And smooth sailing. I feel like you realized all of this about this person and the past cycle that you played out. So your cards overall are the High Priestess, listening to your intuition. I think you've kept your radar open for quite some time. I feel like this High Priestess is scanning for this person that hurt them. But now you're walking away. Now you have true feminine wisdom and knowledge. To the Empress and the Fool and the Ace of Swords. Okay, some of you are with a Taurus or a Libra right now, or an Aries, or you have that in your chart, or that's just what you're embodying right now. You're on the right path. You're on the path to truth. I feel like you have an intuitive knowing about this person or this situation, and you're leaving it behind, and now you're really sitting on your throne and looking really beautiful. I think that you have very high standards right now. I think there's a lot of creativity for you, a lot of fertility in your life with the Empress to the Fool. That's like literally baby making stuff, or creativity. I think you are letting this go, putting it behind you. I see a recapturing of happiness and authenticity. When you feel like both the Empress and the Fool, it's wonderful. Here's the new beginning for you. And really letting this go. You really are letting this completely go. I do think you're listening to it, but the downloads you're getting are bringing in the realizations of the clashing and the shallow nature of the relationships that you and the cycles you just played out. I can see that it's not easy, but Spirit wants you to know that very, very soon, by like the 14th of October, this is going to, it's going to be such a relief. I think the full moon's in Aries right now, or it will be. It's like, I think it's such a relief, because with the realization comes this awakening that just frees you up. I think that maybe this is this person that hides from you. You look back over your shoulder, but you do know the truth now. So justice is really being served for you. And I think that you can see all of this very clearly now. This is the cycle that this person was meant to play out with you, or you were meant to play out with them. I feel like everything that happened was supposed to happen to teach you strength of character, to bring something more positive into your life. and to teach you how to let things go with this truth, with these realizations comes the awakening. I love this. I love it for you. Looks like it was tough, Sag, but it's serving justice for you at this point. They're pulling back and they're saying stop. Very powerful. Stay focused on your positivity and your new beginning, Sagittarius. This was all meant to happen to bring that to you. So I hope this resonates for you and I hope it helps. Again, link to my website for private readings is down in the description below. I'm always listening to the universe for you, Sagittarius. Bye, you guys. Take care. I love you guys and I'll see you next time.